An agriculture researcher is estimating the mean length of the growing season in a region. Treating the last 10 years as a simple random sample, he obtains the following data, which represent the number of days in the growing season. Because the sample size is small, so we have n equals 10, which is less than 30, right? So we need to verify that the data come from a population that is normally distributed and the sample size does not contain an outlier. So the normal probability plot and box plot are shown below. So in the box plot, we want to make sure there's no outliers. Right, so we have no outliers, check. And you can also see here from the normal probability plot, there's no outliers as well. And then everything's between. You want to check to make sure they're between these curves. Do this here. You want to make sure they're between these two curves here on the outside. And they are, and then also you would be able to tell. So sometimes you also want to look, they'll give you the linear correlation coefficient, and you make sure that that is meets the conditions that we looked at when we were talking about the linear correlation coefficient chapter, that verifies. So these are between the curves, and so this is saying that it could have came from a population that is normally distributed. So both conditions are met. So since both conditions are met, we can construct a confidence interval. So we're going to construct a 95% confidence interval here. So I've already put my data into StatCrunch. So we're going to go to Stat and T-Stat, since we don't know anything about our population. One sample, and this time instead of doing with summary, we're going to do with data. So we're going to select var1, so that's where our data is typed. We're going to go down to confidence interval about the mean, and we're doing a 95% confidence. So we have that there, and we're just going to hit compute, and we get those values. So I'm just going to, oops, this again here. Pull this over here into Alright, so our 95% confidence interval here is 153.8 and 177. So that is our confidence interval. So it's just as easy as doing the ones when we have a summary there.